Hi, in that lecture we're going to speak about analyzer. Very interested, but together with that rather complicated theme. Generally, the whole data at Elasticsearch can be divided at two big groups: exact values and full text. Exact values, that is, equal something like user ID or date. While performing search around exact values, we are going to give an answer at the main question: does this document match the query or not? And that's all. It is easy to put parallel here with commonly used MySQL queries equal find some user by ID. From another side we have full text, and that is mostly some human language constructions. And here we have to get an answered question: how well does this document match the query? The problem with full text is that it is often referred to as unstructured data. Natural languages are very complex. Have a look at that example. May is fun, but June bores me. What is May here? Is it a month? Suppose no, probably that is some girl's name. But it is not easy to understand it even for human eye. We also expect that search will understand our intent. For example, a search for UK should also return document like United Kingdom. A search for jump should also match jump, jumps, jumping, and perhaps even leap. So how to deal with all that problems? Elasticsearch first analyzes the text and then uses the result to build an inverted index. An inverted index consists of a list of all the unique words that appeared in any document, and for each such word we build a list of documents in which it appears. Sounds complicated, but I will try to explain it in a more easy way using official documentation. Let's open the page with inverted index explanation. Here you can see that we have two sentences as examples: the quick brown fox jump over the lazy dog and the quick brown foxes leap over lazy dogs in a summer. So how that inverted index is created? From the left side we have all words that we can find in both sentences, and then we simply mark whether that word appeared at a coding document or not. Equal quick with capital letter can be found at second document, and brown can be found at both, here and here. Okay, and now imagine that we want to find quick brown. As you can see, document with number 1 is more relevant, it suits better for our request. That is of course some simplified version of algorithm. At practice it's much more complicated, but it gives us ability to understand, at least roughly, how it works. But now imagine situations that we would like to find quick fox. Generally, we will find no documents at all, but let's have a look at our sentences. The problem is that quick is used with capital letter and we have fox. At second sections we have foxes, that is why nothing suits for our request. First sentence we have a quick from small letter. And from human point of view, both of the documents are relevant to our query. But how reach this? We can do it by performing additional transformations. Equal, we can change quick to lowercase version quick at all documents. We can change foxes, stem them, or reduce to become fox, similar like dogs to become dog. We also can change jumped and leap that are synonymous to some common word jump, and in that case we will get next view of inverted index. And now both of the document will match our request. And such a transformation is called analysis. So in fact, analysis, that is a process that consists of the following. First, tokenizing a block of text into individual terms suitable to be used at inverted index, and then normalizing the terms into a standard form to improve their searchability. This job is performed by analyzers. An analyzer is really just a wrapper that combines three functions into a single package. First of all, we have some character filters, that is like pre-filtering at string that we want to analyze. Then we have a tokenizer that simply split our sentence at some terms that are called tokens, and then we apply some additional filters at every token, equal, for example, lowercase or unique filter. There are many different filters and tokenizers that are already built in Elastic, but moreover we can create our own custom things, and we will do it soon. So While speaking about built-in analyzers, we can see some examples like standard analyzer or simple analyzers that splits the text on anything that isn't a letter and lowercase the terms. Here you can see an example of that sentence. Widespread analyzer, it is rather commonly used, it simply splits using spaces. But there are also separate language analyzer, and here you can click that links many languages, and as you can see, language analyzers are present for most of languages. There is also one very interesting plugin that I recommend to use especially for Asian languages. It is called ICU plugin. So now when we got some theory and we understand how it works, at least from higher perspective, let's try to create our own analyzer at practice. Here I'm having prepared query at Postman. Let's have a look at it and I will explain what does it mean. So analyzers can be defined and should be defined at settings section for index. At that example I'm going to create index hotels 3. So at settings we are putting number of shards 1 that you already met previously, and here there is an analysis section. First of all, please pay attention at that part, analyzer. I'm going to create my custom email analyzer. It will use tokenizer, UX URL email that is built in tokenizer. I will back to it in a moment. And then after tokenizer would be applied, I'm going to apply filters at every token, and that would be email filter. In that example it is also custom filter and it is defined higher. And then we want to apply also lowercase and unique filters that are built-in filters for tokens at Elasticsearch Engine. So about email filter, what is going on here? So here we are going to apply pattern capture. That means that using a code in regular expressions, we are going to get different combinations of words from email bot itself, but also preserve original value that we will get from UX URL email tokenizer. Lowercase string, that is also our custom analyzer. Here we're using built-in filter lowercase and keyword tokenizer. Keyword tokenizer simply preserves the origin phrase or origin word that came to us outside. And here you can see another interesting thing. I added also at the same JSON the whole mapping for our hotels 3 index, and that is the same we used at previous lecture. So as you can see, we can add settings and mapping at the same time using one JSON query. But there is still one difference here. I added new field, it is called email, and here we are defining that we will use not built-in standard analyzer, but our custom email. That would be type text. Of course, we are going to provide full search text at that field. But together with that, we want to apply multi-field mapping, and we are creating lowercase variant of the same property, email, using our another custom analyzer, lowercase string. And that also would be type text. So what does it mean generally in practice? It is easy to check how it works and what will it give us using special analyze API. For example, I want to check how that analyzer lowercase string will perform with next text, johnsnow@gmail.com. So let's run that query, and you can see that we got only one token as it was applied with keyword tokenizer, so we got the same origin but lowercase. I can prove it that we can change, for example, snow at capital letter. Let's apply it again, and you can see that still token is lowercase. Let's have a look at our email analyzer. Let's return our letter S. So let's send it, and you can see that here we are getting much more tokens. The deal is that URL email tokenizer preserved for us email, but together with that we applied different pattern capture mechanism using regular expressions, and we got different parts of the email equal Jon Snow, Gmail, gmail.com or simply Gmail. So now, while providing some search using simply name or surname or some email domain, we can easily find all documents that suits according request. As you can see, analyzers are really powerful. Using them, you can build whatever you want. So all depends at your requirements and at your data. Let's go further and recreate our hotels 3 index, but now let's add second field ML2 using standard analyzer. Let's put according document. We will use joe.snow.gmail.com at both versions. And now let's try to play with it. Let's try to search our document at email field where we used our custom analyzer and check how it works. Okay, like searching Joe Snow, Gmail, it works as we expected. Let's simply put only name and surname. As you can see, it works as we expect. Let's check only name, and again it works. Next, put only surname, and again we have our result. Let's search by domain only, Gmail, and it works. So in that case we are having really good full text search and it's working properly. But let's check our email to field where standard analyzer was applied. So let's click, and as you can see, Gmail is not found. John also is not found. Snow also not found. Let's try to search by whole value. John Snow, gmail.com, and okay, that time it is working. As you can see, while using standard analyzer, we got much more worse results. Our search appeared to be very poor, and that is bad for user experience. If you find some problems in your search mechanism, first of all, apply to analyzers. Check what does it really perform under the hood. For example, we can check that standard analyzer, while using next text, will gives us only Jon Snow and gmail.com. So in fact, we can search only by full keyword or by part Jon Snow, and that is mostly unuseful at all. Nobody will provide such searching. Yes, or only by gmail.com. So even a simple search by Jon Snow or only by John or by Snow is not working. That's what I wanted to show you at current lecture, how analyzers are working, what advantages can you get from using it in a proper way. So thank you for your attention and see you in the next lecture.